Chapter 636. Actually, Alex knew very well in his heart that Faria definitely had some feelings for him. However, he did not know how to deal with this kind of affection. Therefore, he decided to simply pretend that nothing was going on so that he could just deal with this matter in the future. Fury woke up early the next day. He was unable to sleep well all night because he was very worried and concerned about looking for Paisal to treat his second son, Katsa. Katsa's current situation was still relatively pessimistic. His condition of having to eat shit had not been alleviated at all, and Katsa's current emotion and mental health were also gradually starting to collapse. Who wouldn't feel that way? He had to eat shit more than 20 times a day, and it was only inevitable for him to feel as though he was on the verge of collapse. Furthermore, Katsa himself had grown up as a spoiled and pampered child. The thought of having to do this kind of thing for the rest of his life was even more terrifying to him than death itself. Therefore, Fury really hoped that he would be able to cure his son as soon as possible. He wanted his son to return to normal. At the same time, he also wanted to kill the person who had done this to his son. He was not only doing this for revenge but also so that they would not have to suffer any more consequences in the future. As he was very determined to get this done, Fury did not even bother to have breakfast at the Adair family mansion. He simply woke his son up and they brought some bodyguards with them before heading directly to the Serene World Clinic. Fury was filled with excitement and anticipation when they were in the car, but Edward was a little discouraged. In fact, Edward actually hoped that his brother's condition would never be cured and that he would remain that way for the rest of his life. This way, he would be able to save himself a lot of trouble. Therefore, he asked his father tentatively, "Dad, do you think Dr. Billy will truly be able to cure my younger brother?" "I believe that he will definitely be able to cure him." After that, Fury said calmly, "If Dr. Billy can cure even hyperplegia, I believe that it will not be an issue for him to cure your younger brother at all." Edward nodded as he felt a little discouraged inside. They arrived at the Serene World Clinic shortly after, and the bodyguard quickly opened the car door for Fury and his son. As soon as Fury stepped out of his car, he saw that there was already a long line waiting outside the entrance of the Serene World Clinic. He could not help but sigh as he said, "It seems as though this genius doctor is really amazing and well sought after." At this time, an assistant walked up before he said respectfully, "Mr. Whale, Dr. Billy only sees 10 patients every day. However, the patients that he chooses to see are not according to the order of the queue, but according to the severity of the patient's illness. Even if you are standing at the front of the line, if Dr. Billy feels that your illness is not as severe, he will not see you. Instead, he will simply recommend that you go to another hospital to treat your illness." Okay, Fury looked at the long line once again. When he saw that there were all kinds of people waiting in line, he waved his hand in disgust as he instructed his bodyguard, "Take some cash from the trunk and give each of these people $2,000 before asking them to leave the line immediately." The bodyguard nodded before he quickly took some cash from the trunk and went to the front of the line and said in a loud voice, "The Serene World Clinic will be closed for the day. Those of you who are already standing in line can come forward and collect $2,000 from me now. After that, you can leave and come back another day." The crowd of people was all very dissatisfied. At this time, someone from the crowd shouted, "Why should we leave? You should just abide by the rules set up by the genius doctor, Dr. Billy. Everyone has to line up to wait for treatment." The leader of the bodyguards snorted coldly before he cursed and said, "Why are you still fucking making so much noise when we are already giving you $2,000 for no reason at all?" The man blurted out in response, $2,000? My mother is seriously ill, and I've brought her all the way here today to ask for the genius doctor's help. Do you truly think these $2,000 is that great? How about I give you $2,000 and you go as far away from this place as you possibly can instead? Damn it. You don't appreciate it when we give you face? The leader of the bodyguards glared at the man before he sneered and instructed his subordinates, "Beat him up." Beat him up nicely.